hopefully you recognize these woodland animals. We are going to make a couple shirts for my niece and nephew. So this is the shirt that I picked out for my niece. It is so cute, y'all. She's so itty bitty, like the little tiny little lady. And I actually just got a phone with my sister-in-law and asked her to have the kids pick their animals, okay? So my niece picked this one, and my brother-in-law informs me that this is a lynx, which I don't know, but Addie Lynn picked this one, and Jack picked the bear, of course. Okay, so we're going to use, hi Shirley, we're going to use the woodland animals and this other transfer that I cut it apart, but it's the Go Outside transfer. And I think this is going to be perfect, y'all. These kids are outside all day, every day, all the time. And this is just up their alley. Hi, Melissa. Hey, Laura. Hi, Karen. Welcome, ladies. All right, so Addie Lynn is so tiny. I'm going to have to put this, if this is a lynx, it's a lynx. I don't know. Owen knows, though, so I assume that it is. Up right here, up towards the top. Hi, Deborah. Hey, Lisa. So you can comment the word shop to get the link for this project, okay? Now, I just messed that up and didn't put it centered enough. But get the link for this project, y'all. And the link that I'll send you includes both of these transfers, some ink packets, okay? Not the jars, but ink packets. Hi, Stacy. Hey, Joanne. Welcome. And the tools I'm going to use tonight, plus you can also, it also has Academia in the cart, okay, because you qualify to purchase that. And also, if you're a club member, you will get the free fuzzing cloth and transfer tote as well with this order, okay? You do have to buy the stuff in the cart, okay, in order to qualify for that. And if you're not already a club member, then sign up for club first, and then you can qualify for those 2 extra items, y'all. And that's like another, it's $32 more for the transfer tote and the fuzzing cloth. So that is a deal, okay? And then, of course, if you haven't gotten your Academia yet, that's also in that cart link. And, of course, if you want to add or remove anything, you're welcome to do that. But comment the word shop to get all the stuff to make this, okay? Hi, Joni. How are ya? I don't know if I already said hi. Hi, Stacy. All right. Okay, so, yeah. Owen claims this is a lynx. I have no idea. Now I need to look up a lynx and see what it looks like because I don't know my animals. Y'all, he knows all the animals. My brother-in-law does. And they know all the dinosaurs too. So my little nephew is obsessed with dinosaurs. And I'm telling you, okay, we used to play this video game. We still sometimes play it. It's called Ark. And it's pretty cool, but you like can tame dinosaurs, okay? And so we would play it, me and Chris and Chris's sister Jill, who is the kid's mom. And we would play this game. And Jack would walk into the room and he would be like, oh my gosh, that's whatever that dinosaur is. That's like a, I don't know how he knew, okay? All right, so they also come with little glasses. There's a little bow tie. There's even a little monocle and a little pipe. Y'all, these woodland animals, if you have not seen them yet, they're so cute. Oh my gosh. So oh my God. Y'all, Butterfingers, for real. I couldn't even catch it that time. This is teal, and this is ink that we're using, okay? I already have my ink mat down. If you don't have an ink mat, it's also in that link for you, okay? Sorry, I just threw that across the room. You know how I do. The ink mat is in the cart link, and I'm not drying this in between. I mean, I'm not heat setting in between. Now, you can heat set if you want, but I'm just going to be real careful. My ink, I feel like, is pretty thin. Okay, if you're more comfortable with heat setting in between, you can. I didn't want to because I wanted to use my ink mat, okay? So I'm just going to be gentle and careful. Set my little glasses down. and push them down really well, and I'm not moving it around a lot, okay? Because there is wet ink under there and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to use my multi-tool, which is also in the link, and I'm going to just lightly and gently, hopefully this is dark enough, go over that. With my teal. Alright. So anyway, yeah, Jack knows all the dinosaurs, all the animals. He knows so much stuff, and I'm just like, man, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure you're right because you're always right. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Yeah, so normally I heat set in between layers, okay? I am also checking my hands to make sure I don't have ink on me before I pull that up and get ink everywhere, okay? Now, that's super cute. Look how cute with the glasses, okay? They kind of look like, what is it, the turtle shell frames that are kind of see-through? That's what, because I smeared a little bit of the black ink, but that's okay. So then we're going to use the Go Outside transfer for always take the scenic route, okay? And I did not heat set this yet, okay? So I'm just going to set that right there in the center, and I'm going to try my best to not smudge that ink, excuse me. We're using ink here. This is ink and not paste. And I'm going to just press it down really well, okay? Hi, Sue. How are you? All right. Now, I feel like this isn't sticking very well. Well, so I accidentally, with this ink mat, I have heat set it multiple times on accident because I forgot to pull it out, and it's kind of bumpy underneath. So I'm going to have to be really careful. So I'm going to just use a tiny bit of ink here. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet, Sue. I didn't want to do my hair this morning, and so my hair's up, but so I basically just put it up as soon as I got out of the shower this morning, and so it dried like this, and then after like the day goes by, I can kind of loosen it up a little bit, and it ends up looking good. And then I have this makeup, so I have quit pretty much wearing a ton of makeup. I used to wear like full face of makeup every day. I thought I needed full coverage foundation, which is ridiculous. And so I used to wear tons and tons of makeup every day. Now, all I do is a little bit of concealer, and I've started using this powder foundation that is so good. I love it. Yeah, I can cut the glasses for you if you like, Stacy. Just send me a message. And no, I haven't cut them yet, but yes, I do have the file for it. So, I can also cut out the actual animals too. If you missed out on the animals, I do have that. I think I put them in my cutout shop. But you're welcome to shop there, or just send me a message and I can invoice you. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so I'm trying to be really careful because my bumpy ink mat that I accidentally heat set is not letting me lay this down super flat. So I'm a little bit worried about leakage. So I'm just getting a little bit of ink at a time, and you can see the difference in this transfer, okay? Because this is one of the older transfers from like, I don't even know when these came out. This time last year, I think, maybe. Anywho, you can tell that the ink on the other transfer went on so much more smoothly, and I used a ton less ink. Hi, Marie, how are you? Is it the first day of spring? Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's spring or not, to be honest with you. It has been cold here, like really cold, okay? The weather doesn't have a clue what it's doing, I don't think. maybe Mother Nature does know what she's doing to us and she's just playing a joke on us or something. But it's been so cold. Actually, over the weekend, I thought it was going to be cold. I kept on getting notices saying like, hey, freeze warning, extra cold conditions and all this stuff, right? And so I went to Hobby Lobby and, hey Shirley, how are ya? I went to Hobby Lobby and I wore a sweater, and y'all, that was a bad plan because I was so hot. Walking around the store and like running my errands and going to all these different places, and I was so warm. And so I could have probably worn shorts with that sweater and it would have looked really cute. Yeah, it blends really good, and it does. I don't have to use a ton of makeup. If I just use some concealer on like my very dark circles under my eyes is pretty much the main thing. Okay, so now I'm going to remove my ink mat and I'm going to show you how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shirt and I'm going to just gently put my hand underneath here and kind of crawl my fingers up the shirt to unstick it. Okay, now this kind of takes just a little bit of coordination, okay? But you don't want to heat set with the shirt, with the ink mat in, okay? Or else you're going to have a bumpy heat mat, and that's not how you like it and how you want it to be. Y'all, this shirt is so darn cute. I cannot wait. I'm going to mail this immediately. As soon as I get them heat set, these are going in the mail. Look how cute that is. Okay, now let's heat set it real quick and mute my mat. Because I've also melted one of these self-healing work mats. Y'all, I'm a nightmare in here, okay? There's nothing that can be done for me. It's too late. I'm a craft nightmare. So, I'm going to use some paper, parchment paper, my gosh. I'm also going to just dry this a little bit. I don't think I have to dry it a whole lot. But I just don't want it to be really, really wet. Now, this is not going to dry it entirely, okay? But it will dry it a little bit, just so that it's not so wet whenever I go to heat set it. Now, what I probably need to do is put a piece of parchment in between while I heat set it, just to be sure that it doesn't go through. Especially at the bottom there, where I kind of had to go on a little thicker because of that other transfer. Do you have a bumpy mat? Yeah. You know, I did it twice too. Not just the one time, but I've done it twice with that same poor little ink mat. And every time I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? And then I did it again. So that's good. So I just put a piece of parchment in between so that whenever I heat set, if it doesn't leak through, okay? Now, I'm going to just lay this right here flat on my shirt. And I've got it on 350 for 30 seconds. And we're going to go 30 seconds. And then I'm going to do it one more time down here at the bottom to make sure that I get the entire design, okay? You have a cart started in my shop. That's funny, Stacy. Well, go for it, and thank you so much for your business. I appreciate that. I was cutting orders today, this evening, so I got all of those out today. And I've been just a mess, okay? Starting my new job and like trying to wrap my head around the fact that I'm hopefully going to be moving someday out of this house. It's got me really stressed, y'all, because I'm looking around going like, okay, whenever I get movers won't move certain things. They won't move food and they won't move cleaning supplies. So, I have to pack that stuff and take it with us, right? Or give it away. And I don't want to give away my cleaning supplies. I'm going to probably give away all the food in our pantry. And in the freezer. I'm going to post it on Facebook and offer it up to somebody that wants and needs it. Okay. Now, I'm just checking this. Well, you're welcome to come and hang out and shop with me anytime. You know that. Now I'm just checking to make sure that all my ink is dry. The only place that I'm really concerned about is down here where I had to go in a little thicker. I didn't have to go that thick though. It looks so good, y'all. Addie Lynn is going to freak whenever she sees this cute shirt. Look how cute that is. Always take the scenic route. I love it. Hi, Gwen. How are you? All right, so now we're gonna make one for her brother Jack. Okay, so I got these shirts, y'all, at the little thrift store down the street from my house. They have brand new stuff in there all the time. Okay, both of these had tags on them. They were brand new, never been worn before. Super cute, fun little shirts for kids. They had so much to choose from. I really, if it was still kind of cold in Texas, I wanted to get some camo. So they have these like really, really cute camo sweatshirts. And that's what I wanted to get for them. So this is how I'm putting my ink mat in here, just like that, okay? And I'm not going to stretch my shirt out over it, okay? I'm just taking it and putting it down and then sticking my shirt to it, okay? Do not stretch it because whenever you take that out, it's gonna go back and it's gonna look funky, okay? So don't stretch the shirt. Oh gosh. No, I'm just knocking everything over tonight. Now, Jack requested the bear. And I also am going to use a little bow tie for his. Because he does wear bow ties, Jack does. But yeah, I wanted to get these cute little camo sweatshirts, okay? But it's already getting hot down in Texas. And so that's not going to work. A sweatshirt, they won't be able to wear it till next year. And I want them to be able to wear it. And I think they're going to love these. And they'll want to wear it. So if I get them a sweatshirt, they're going to be trying to wear it and it's like 95 degrees outside. So for this one, we're going to use white ink. And again, I'm just using very little ink. You don't have to go in real heavy, especially with these new transfers, okay? So you do want to watch out. That slug line is right here with the name and information for the transfer. You do not want to ink that because it is chalkable, okay? They're going to fix that on the next round of transfers. Yeah, so, look, in the morning it's cold in Texas. In the afternoon it's hot, so you wear a sweater in the morning, and by the evening you're sweating and dying because it's too hot for a sweatshirt. So, that I'm not looking forward to that. I really love the seasons here, that it does actually get very cold and stay cold. We do get snow, not a lot, but a little bit, enough to enjoy it, and then it goes away. So I'm going to miss that terribly whenever I do finally move, but I'm not going to miss, well, y'all have had some tornado warnings lately too, but we seem, every time that we have a storm, y'all, I'm so afraid of a tornado because my house is like on a crawl space, and it just freaks me out. I feel like I'm going to be on the yellow brick road trying to find my way home, taking off to Oz or whatever, and it just freaks me out. So, plus there's not really a great place for me to hide. I just scares me. There is a place, but it's not a brick home, you know. That's what I'm used to. I'm not used to these houses that are only siding. So, hi Patty, how are you? All right, so I think I'm good here. I just want to do one last little check, make sure I am, and pull that up. Now, as I pull this up, if I saw something that I missed, I could always just lay it right back down while it's still stuck there and fix it up, okay? Or I could clean my transfer and lay it back over this and fix up any areas that are not perfect, okay? But that looks pretty darn good. Now we're going to do glasses and a bow tie, and we're going to use red for this one. The great thing about these transfers, y'all, is that these new ones are semi-see-through. They're like kind of really opaque, and makes them so easy to be able to set down, line up, just perfect. And, oh darn it, I'm going to leave it. These are kind of off center, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm terrified of tornadoes, okay? And the crazy thing is, y'all, I've lived in Texas all of my life. So we've had tornadoes. We've had hurricanes, okay? My entire life I have been subjected to this kind of weather, okay? So it's nothing new for me. So that's the funny thing, is that I've dealt with it. We have hurricane parties. Whenever I was working in Louisiana, there was a tornado that you could see from our job site. And me and a bunch of guys just stood outside watching this tornado. I mean, it was there. It was like right there. We were not far from it at all. Until our boss came out and got on our tails to get in the trucks and take and leave the area. We all got in trouble that day. But, you know, I've never been afraid. And I swear it's because this house just is scary to me. It's not like a brick home. I feel like my brick house was much more safe during that kind of weather. I love you, Laura. Welcome, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. So I'm going to do the bow tie next, and I should have kept that out, but let's go ahead. I can just clean it off. It's fine. She's using a baby wipe, y'all. So you actually don't need a ton of tools, okay? You can reuse them. Just have a baby wipe or a Lysol wipe near you, and you can just clean it off and reuse it. Now you can comment the word shop, S-H-O-P, to get the link to get all the stuff to make this. And if you're a club member already, you will get a free fuzzing cloth and a transfer tote with a $100 purchase. So this one will qualify you for it. And you can also go ahead and grab you your Academia paste. That's only available this month. It is gone after that, so don't come asking me, hey, I need a jar of Academia, because I gave you the opportunity. And I don't have any. I have one jar. And that's the one that I'm using, so. Alright. Now I'm going to just pull that up. That looks so cute. He's so dapper, y'all. I love him. Alright, so this one we're going to use Go Outside. So my sister-in-law, Jill, I'm sure, says this. I've heard, I know that she says this to these children all day, every day. They do not come in the house during the day. It is so cool. It reminds me of how it was whenever we were kids, you know. We weren't allowed to be inside during the day. And if we were inside, there was cleaning to be done, chores to be done, and that I was not interested in. So we stayed gone all day long, stayed out of my mom's hair, out of my grandparents' hair. And if we didn't, then there were chores to be done. So we were trying to be gone. Okay, now I'm going to stick this down again. This bumpy ink mat that I screwed up and heat set. I heat set it. So it got a little melty, but it still works. It's still sticky. I just got to be gentle with it, okay? All right. Yeah, I'll send you a message, Sue, and tell you what that was about. All right, so we're going to use that ink, the white ink again. Kind of stay with the theme of this whole shirt. Y'all, these kids are going to freak whenever they see these. I can't wait to get them in the mail and get their reaction. They're going to love it. You know, they play outside all day long. They got a puppy. Last fall, they got a puppy. And so this puppy is now their mom's like, go outside and play with the puppy. Get out of my face. Get out of this house. You're making a mess. Quit making a mess. Quit asking for food. And snacks, like every 5 seconds. I need a snack. Literally didn't eat their dinner, but give me a snack. No. Hi, Tammy. How are ya? Just making some shirts for my niece and nephew. The one for my little niece turned out super cute. I think this one for my nephew is going to turn out real cute, too. So excited for them to get them. And I'm just trying to be gentle around the letters. because my ink mat is a little bit bent up from me heat setting it. So I'm just trying to like go from the inside out. Okay. Which will help me make sure it's stuck down. Okay. Instead of going from the outside in where I could potentially move it and pull it around. Okay, here we go. We are almost to the finish line here. There we go. All right, hopefully that is good. Y'all, that's cute. Okay. Oh my gosh, he's gonna love this so much. All right, so now, again, I'm just gonna take, my ink mat is stuck here. So I'm gonna just take my hand and I'm gonna gently work my way underneath the shirt. And if you feel more comfortable drying it first, even letting it dry overnight, it's not going to kill it, okay? I'm just anxious to get these out in the mail, which is always my fault, that I don't have patience to be waiting on things to dry, and so that's what happens to me. Okay, so I got it completely unstuck, and now I'm going to just pull that out without letting it touch, okay? Or without letting the ink touch the rest of the shirt. Hopefully that didn't just mess up. Okay, good. Oh gosh. Okay, now, oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm a nightmare. Okay, now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to move my little heat pad. Let me close this ink before I make a mess. I still have my heat press on. Now, again, you do not have to have a heat press to do ink projects, okay? You can absolutely do them with, no heat press. Just use an iron. Now, again, I'm going to take this piece of parchment and I'm going to stick it right inside of the shirt. And I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just don't want it to leak through. This one I'm not as concerned about because it's not black, but still a little bit concerned about it. So go ahead and put that in the middle while I heat set so that it doesn't leak through. But if you want to use an iron, just let your project dry overnight, okay? And then the next day, take your iron and put it on medium-high heat. And get yourself some parchment and just run that medium-high iron over the entire thing, moving the iron the whole time, okay, for about 4 minutes, okay? And not only on the outside, but also flip it over and do it on the inside too, okay? Like, flip it inside out. So again, we're going to heat set this twice. We're going to do 250 for 30 seconds. Yeah, so I wanted to make theirs a little, like, different from each other. I didn't want to do the identical thing. And, of course, he's the one that wears the bow ties. Because, y'all, my sister-in-law dresses these kids to the nines. I'm telling you, they have cuter clothes than I have ever had. All the time, every time that we go to an event or something, they both are just so cute. I mean, I'm like, wow. They're showing me up all the time, y'all. So I had to do it right and give the bear a bow tie for my nephew, of course. And those teal glasses on the other one, the Lynx, I don't know if it's a Lynx. I'm gonna have to look it up. For my niece are just perfect with that pink color. So I'll show you that shirt in just a second too. And I think they're gonna absolutely love these. And then one more time, we'll go right over here and heat set this one. Y'all, this is adorable. I'm super excited about it. So you can comment the word shop to get all the stuff to make this yourself, okay? It comes with 2 transfers. Some of the tools that I used tonight, like the ink mat, the multi-tool, a mini squeegee, and then packets of ink so that you don't have to commit to an entire jar. And to do this project, you could do more than just this project with the amount of ink that you get in that package. And then you also get the Academia paste. And if you're already a club member, you get the free pheasant cloth and transfer tote. So look at that cute little shirt, y'all. Oh my gosh. Isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness. And then of course this little Lynx. Let me see if, I don't know if I can hold both of them. But no, I cannot. My hands are not that. But look at that little Lynx. And this one says, always take the scenic route. Isn't that so cute? Anywho, so comment the word shop to get all the stuff to make this. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you so much. And I hope you have a great night and a wonderful day tomorrow, okay? Good night.